I was 55, huh? Is that right? And I loved everything. I was still happy.
Did you say I was still happy?
I said I was still happy. Things were going okay. And nobody was in jail. So it was a pretty good time. What was I doing in 85? Of course, working
She was in college.
as usual.
One was at college.
And I had one I couldn't keep track of, but you know that we have a bunch of chickens. It's always that way. They get in the neighbor's yard, they eat the strawberries. You know, all sorts of things go wrong, and a lot of things go right. She did bring this kid home she brought a black girl, a black man, and a Hispanic something or other.
Did.
And they were pretty people. And I embarrassed the little girl because I went in my bedroom, which was like out of bounds for anybody but me. She wanted something ironed, so I went in there and ironed it, and she was just upset that I did her ironing. But they were real sweet kids. I can't remember what else I was doing in 85. I'm sure I was still doing a lot of crocheting. You can all have something crocheted. It's down in the basement. I still have it. That's how popular it was. 85. Lowell was good. He was his usual quiet self. He just accepted whatever happened. It didn't matter to him as long as I was happy. And I was pretty happy, you know. When you don't know better, you're just happy. So, and I don't think we had any wars. Did we have a war going on? We probably did. Probably had a war going on, but I wasn't raising boys. So, but that's about all I know. We were still going to church. Lowell was always the moderator. And we had a big church still in 85. So that was fun. And Easter time I made all these clothes for kids. That was fun. But that's about all I remember about 85. It was a good year.
Okay, I got the question. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Oh.
So I think it's because me and Laura were just talking about it, but I think I think it'd be fun to be like a bumblebee. Because technically insects are animals.
Yes.
And I don't know. It's like specifically a bumblebee because they're soft. I wouldn't want to be like a honeybee because they look a little bit scary. The honeybees are still cute, but I think it'd be fun because you could like go visit flowers as if you were like traveling to different countries. You could visit like a peony or something. And
We've already got the costume.
and yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to be a bee.
And they have their special dances.
Oh yeah, and they communicate with like dancing to each other. So, and I probably wouldn't want honey if I knew exactly how it's made, but that's it.
If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Can you guess?
Ireland.
I'm going to Ireland. I've always liked Irish music. It's so fun and uplifting, and I've gone to listen to many Irish bands and have a great time, especially at Malloy's or is that the name of it? In Weston, Missouri. And I went to see the countryside. I hear is beautiful with the old castles and the old little pubs where they sing. And it's not that I like beer, but I would love to go to Ireland and spend quite a bit of time.
What's your favorite way to relax and unwind? I have lots of different ways that I can relax. Recently this January I started doing yoga every day, so I do that a little bit in the morning and also before I go to bed. And then I also do some meditation whenever I feel like stressed out. I can just take like a minute to do like some breathing exercises. What else do I do? I love tea, so I make tea a lot and just drink some tea. That's really comforting. What else? I also really love to go for walks, and Ted and I recently started biking again, so exercise is also a really great way to relax and let out stress. So biking around the lake and around our neighborhood is really cool. Yeah, just finding activities that are fun and relaxing.
Petting kitties.
If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Ooh. Actually, Sylvia and I have played this game quite a bit when we go buy our lottery tickets. Because every time we buy a lottery ticket, we're sure we're going to win. And oddly enough, the very first thing I would do is make sure that every USD 500 student had a meal for the entire school year and summer. We would just designate X amount to go into the nutritional services program at USD 500. Pay off anybody that still owes anything on their house so people have a place to live and they'll be safe and comfortable in it. And beyond that, probably invest it. Make people come beg me for it. find ways to let the community know that there were small grants available and see who could come and make a bid on the money. But I'd be a little nervous because all the stories that you hear about people winning the lottery, they never, it doesn't seem to end well for them. They get a lot of money and all of a sudden they have no friends, or they have more friends than they ever knew what to do with. So, and one last thing that I would do if I had $1 million is I'd buy some hair straightener.
Susie Homemaker.
Welcome back to the cooking
Cooking with
channel.
Melissa.
Yes. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You
So-
had a question?
I do.
Yes.
So growing up in Wyandotte County, is what you're doing today anything like what you had pictured you would be doing when you were growing up?
No, not even in the most remote parts of my brain. What did I think? Well, number one, I really wanted to be a professional bowler.
Mm-hmm.
And so I dedicated myself to that pretty thoroughly all the way through college, and then sort of realized that wasn't going to pay any bills. There's no money in that. So instead I went for a lucrative career in journalism. But no, I can tell you that as a small child, I'm not sure I gave a lot of thought to what my world would be like. I don't think I saw myself as like a lifelong crusader for Wyandotte County. But I kind of came into that in my late 20s when I came home basically from school and then working in Topeka, and then realized that it was really time to step forward and try to do something for the community. And plus we were taught, I mean, this family, we were taught that you give back, and that you serve. And so it wasn't really a difficult thing to start doing because it was what we'd been raised with in the household. And then I think with all so many conversations, particularly with Dad, around he could have and should have run for political office, except for that part about being a Democrat. But he had everything else he needed to be effective. But that might have gone in there and stuck in there. I'm not sure, but I think ultimately I just came to the point that it felt like an extension of my service to the community. So, but I don't think ever as a child did I think I'm going to live here for the rest of my life and this is what I'm going to do. But I still think I came by it pretty naturally. Cookie?